Oh, shit. What I want to do. There we go.
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, build life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. It's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the new Black Wall Street of the Money and Power Show. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprise and ERGJ Black Bazaar, also international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. It's a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. If you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Well, you can pick that book up at theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. But while you're there, you might as well check out the club that you can choose to join and be a part of as well. We do have personal development and business development mastermind sessions for the club members, financial literacy classes for the club members, and also investment education, and the opportunity now to join our investment club. So you have an opportunity to do that as well. Simply go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and join the club today. It's only $10 a month, but it will only stay that way probably for a couple more days. So, you know, procrastination costs. I hope you've learned that over your lifetime. That the longer you procrastinate, well, as it relates to anything, the more it costs you, right? You neglect your health, it's going to cost you, right? You neglect your wealth, it's going to cost you. So, so we're making that available to you. I want to make sure that people had no excuse why they can't learn about money, and no excuse why they can't learn how to make their money work harder for them than they work for their money. Give me just a second, guys. I'm just sharing this across a couple places, and I ask you to do the same. Hit that share button, that like button, let people know that we're here. Invite button if you can, watch party button to follow, all that good stuff. Here on the new Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show, got Black folk talking about money and the markets in the morning. That's right, Black folk talking about money and the markets in the morning. Oh my God, there must be something special. You got Black folk talking about money. Oh, something must be wrong. Anyway, I got one more place to share. We get this show on the road. I'll talk about today what we're going to talk about, do a stock market recap. I'll take a look at what happened in the market yesterday. And we will also, got that, all that's done. Okay. Whew, all that sharing, man. All that sharing is caring, by the way. Sharing is caring. We'll do a stock market recap. We're going to be digging into the Dow and take a look at Coca-Cola today. Uh-oh. I know some people that might work for Coca-Cola. We're going to take a look at Coca-Cola this morning. We got a billionaire breakdown of Hui Ka Yan. Can't say his name. It's some Chinese guy, Asian guy. I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese. Got a black-owned business spotlight. Bridgewater Interiors, L.L.C. is the third largest black-owned business in America, and their CEO, who is the son of the man who actually started the business or got the business going, Mr. Ronald E. Hall. Again, he's the CEO of the third largest black-owned business in America. I think these are companies and people we should be studying. So that's exactly what we're going to do right here on the new Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show. All right. So let me minimize this just a little bit so I can see your comments. Wichita's in the house, where you guys are connected. Go ahead and let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state. I know Wichita watch party was off the chain yesterday. That Wichita watch party was off the chain yesterday. Again, the New Black Wall Street, or the Black Billionaires Club membership. You can pick that thing up: financial literacy class, investment education, the New Black Wall Street book club. We give you opportunities to make more money. I mean, we're just doing everything, man. I was thinking this morning when I woke up. I was saying, it's interesting. Like many people are interested in spending their money. Very few are interested in learning how to make their money work for them. Very few wake up thinking about how they're gonna make more money or earn more money. How they're gonna actually earn more money than they spend. Most people are thinking about how they're gonna spend more money than they earn, and that's just twisted. But that's why that's why the poor will always be among us. That's why the poor will always be among us. So we're going to get right into our stock market recap. Did you hit that like button, that share button? What's going on, Phyllis? Thanks so much for joining. It's Thursday. It's a terrific Thursday. And to be in the house, Brooklyn is representing as well. So we're going to take a look at the stock market, guys. I like to come right to CNN Monday. They got some interesting articles that you probably want to read. Boeing hit sales records. Sales only gets better. Might be something to look at. I think we looked at Boeing, did we not? Maybe. I think we did. Facebook posted $6.9 billion in profit. Elon Musk and the Tesla, their shares dropped, although they're still profitable. They do it up and down. Microsoft stock falls as the revenue misses Wall Street expectations. So we have a lot of companies that are actually reporting their earnings. Okay, so that's what's going on in the market. Let's take a look here and see the market itself. Do a quick little recap. Look at this. Hey, okay, Dow. Digging in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is a composite of 30 of the most significant stocks in America. Companies like Coca-Cola and Nike and Apple and Disney and Home Depot, things like that, and Boeing. They were up 434 points yesterday. The Dow, that's 30 of those stocks up 434 points. That's a pretty good day for the Dow. That just simply means that if you were just investing in a Dow, which you have the opportunity to do, I would suggest to you maybe a retirement review so you can learn where you can actually put your money, even in your retirement accounts, your 401k, your TSP, your IRAs. I can help you with that. Yeah, I can help you with that. But you got, I can only help those who are willing to be helped. Of course, my service does have a cost associated with it too. I can only help those who are willing to be helped and willing to pay for it. Because guess what? You can keep doing what you've been doing and keep getting what you've been getting. NASDAQ is up 154 points yesterday. NASDAQ is where a lot of the technology. We may start digging into the NASDAQ next. It's a lot. I got to figure out how many. I need to find out how many companies are represented in the NASDAQ. And then you have S&P 500. That's the benchmark. That's 500 companies in that represented in that index. S&P 500. That's more of the index that we actually take a look at when we're comparing our performance to the market, when we're comparing our fund managers' performance to the market, when we're comparing our 401k performance to the market. This is what you should be comparing it to. So if you look, most people don't even look, but if you look and you say, okay, in 2018, how did we perform? And then you say, well, how did the market perform? That's how you can actually judge or compare and see if you're right on, if it makes sense. Now, if there's more than a 3%, variance to the negative, that's a problem. Now, you don't care if it's 3% variance or more than 3% to the positive, because I mean you did very well. But if it's more than a 3% variance to the negative side, you need to fire somebody. Okay, whether it's you firing your fund manager or firing you, because again, you don't want to be that far off on the negative side from the market. Does that make sense? Of course it does. But now you know what you can compare it to versus just throwing stuff at the wind. You got a target. That's something to compare it to. I don't take a look at most popular stocks because this never changes, by the way, so I don't even waste my time. Key stats really, that treasury stats and oil, yen, euro, gold. Look at gold. We'll take a look at this. Look at this. Now, who was here yesterday? Who was here last episode? And I've been telling people, I think I've been giving people some hints about this thing called AMD. And I said, oh, this is a great stock. This is a great stock for options. And look what happens. The very next day after it had a negative 5% a day, look at it, up 20%. Do you know how much money somebody would make if they played the call option on AMD after yesterday's episode? just 20% on the front side. It's way more than that if you playing options. Come on, man. If you trading, oh my goodness, you probably would have quit your job. I don't trade though, by the way. I mean, I trade a little bit, but not really. So I don't, but I can find them. I just don't. That's not really my thing. I don't want to be sitting in front of a computer all day. Stryker Corporation up 11% yesterday. Now here's the thing about AMD. I would probably play a call on it today. I mean, I put on it today. I probably would play it to go negative today. 20% in one day is just too much. It's too strong. It ain't gonna hold. Okay, it's not gonna hold. You hear me? It's not gonna hold. Stryker Corporation 11%. Anthem up 9%. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. You guys like to take cruises? Well, do you own the company that you get on the boat for? Why not? Why not? We could take a look at that. One day we're gonna start taking a look at some of this stuff. Freeport Moran up 7%. That's another company I think that's gonna be good for you to if you're into options. Freeport, AMD. I'm giving you clues and hints. I'm doing my best trying to help you out. Juniper Networks down 7% yesterday. Franklin Resources down 7%. Illumina down 4%. AT&T was down 4%. And T. Rowe Price down 3.78%. Here's over in sector performance. You have the sectors that are hot and not hot. Not a whole bunch of hot sectors. Utilities, by the way, though, think about that. That is another place where you can actually look for some income, right? People, at the end of the day, right, people may lose their jobs. They may lay off businesses, but these people are still going to pay their power bill, okay? And they're going to still pay to keep the lights on. That's why utilities, it don't really appreciate much, but you can depend on it for income. So when you get closer to retirement and you're looking for some income, you're looking for your money to pay your bills, well, you start putting your money into utilities and things like that. They're pretty, I'm gonna call them pretty safe as it relates to income, which is going to be the dividends that they pay out quarterly and things like that. So anyway, I can teach on that all day long. Of course, I'm here to do an overview, not really just teach you, because if you want to learn, you'll pay me. That's right. If you want to learn, you'll join the Black Billionaires Club. If you really want to learn, you'll bust a move. That's right. You will bust a move if you really want to learn. Anyway, consumer, look at this. Energy, minerals, consumer durables, all down 10% for the sector. That's for the year. This is where I would be mining. This is where I would be searching. This is where I would be looking for some wonderful, great companies that are on sale. This is what I like to do. I'm a value investor, by the way. That's why I talk value. And I know I'm going to be able to find me some value. If a sector is down 10%, I know that there's some companies that are down 10, 20%, and they are still wonderful, great companies. They will bounce back, and I can find me some income or some dividend paying companies. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd love to be over here. Now, of course, you guys know by now, I'm a big oil fanatic. I am an oil fanatic. All right. Oil is up 54 to 33 for the per barrel oil. That's up 18%. So this has jumped up from 45 in the day before Christmas all the way to 54 now. Gasoline jumped up just 1% yesterday, $2.88 across the country for regular unleaded gasoline, 1 gallon. Right? Gold. This is for all these carrot bars, people. You guys should, matter of fact, if you're gonna join some MLM that's gonna talk about gold, if I ask you what's the price of gold and you don't know, I can't join your network. That don't make no sense. I mean, if you want to promote gold, but you don't keep up with the price of gold, something is wrong. Something's wrong. I stopped listening to people that don't know about money. I'm not gonna follow people who don't know about money. Okay, you can join all the stuff that you want to join, but if you don't know about money, I can't follow you. All right, silver 16.12 for an ounce of silver, and corn down to 380. So a good day for commodities. A good day yesterday for the stock market. I mean, it's a good day for people that got their money tied. Look at this. AMD up 20% in one day. Lord, what happened? Can you imagine? Okay, let's just play a little game real quick. Can you imagine your money? Just your money, whatever money you have right now that's in your savings account. Can you imagine it increasing 20% in one day? Okay, let me do it again, because you might not have a lot in your savings. The money that you have in your checking account. Okay, now you may not have a lot of money in your checking. Okay, your paycheck. Can you imagine on Friday when you get paid, your paycheck, whatever you get paid, you get a 20% increase in one day? Can you imagine that? This stuff is happening, people. Stock market. I recommend it. I recommend something. All right, here are your currencies, guys. Foreign exchange for you guys who that'll be traveling. For those that are in Forex, this is where you kind of look and see what's going on with the price of all of these different foreign currencies. Okay. Now, the stock market in 2019, how's it doing? Look at this. The Dow 7.23%, which means that if you and I just simply made a decision at the beginning of the year that we can say, you know, we're going to invest in the stock market. We're going to start investing this year. And I don't know what I want to choose, but let's just put our money in the Dow. Let's just follow the Dow. Whatever the Dow does, we're going to have to be happy with that. We're going to have to be happy with following the 30 most significant stocks in America. And guess what? Your money will be up 7.23% today. 1 month later, your money would have grown 7.23% just for simply following the Dow, not choosing individual stocks, not trying to do all the research that I know how to do, but you just saying, I want to invest and I'm going to invest in the Dow. If you would have chose, okay, well, the Dow, I like that, but I really am into technology. I want to follow the NASDAQ. If you simply just followed the NASDAQ, you put your money into an ETF that followed the NASDAQ, your money will be up 8.26% today, 1 month later. How many of you guys would like to get a 8.26% increase on your job in 1 month? What I'm trying to tell you is your money can become your job. Put your money to work and learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. SP 500 say, hey, you know, I don't know about that NASDAQ. I'm still trying to figure out the Dow. I just want to follow the broad market. SP 500, if you did that on January 1st, if that was your New Year's resolution and you took action, well, 1 month later, your money would have increased by 7%. How many guys want to get a 7% increase in 1 month on your job? I recommend you take a look at investing. Learn what you don't know about money. Put your money to work for you. All right. Fear and greed index. This is what I consider to be sentiment. This emotion that drives the market. My good mentor, Mr. Warren Buffett, told me, he said, son, when people are greedy, be fearful. And when all the other people are fearful, you be greedy. So right now, he's telling me, the market's telling me, hey, wait a second, we're getting over into greed. We got a whole bunch of people that's saying, oh, yeah, I like the stock market. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and invest. Oh, yeah, things are getting more expensive. Oh, yeah, it's telling me that we're starting to move into premium pricing because people are putting their money into the stock market. So I said, I might want to look at selling some things. Selling some stuff that might be overvalued. Selling some stuff that might be overvalued. No, not 400% yesterday. 400 points. 400 points, not 400%, 400 points. How did that affect the economy and some of my stocks? Okay, I'll answer that in your question. So how did that affect? Well, I had a wonderful day yesterday. So my money went out and made $150 yesterday. So how did that affect my stocks? My money came back because I'm invested in some stocks that are in the Dow. So I've got some stocks connected to the Dow. My money had a fantastic day yesterday, right? Answering Corey's question. So he asked, the Dow jumped 400 points, not percent, 400 points yesterday. And he asked, how did that affect the economy? Well, how did it affect the economy? I guess it depends on how you look at the economy, right? So for some people, the economy to them is things that's going on in their local area. That's not for me. I don't look at that. I look at my idea of the economy is what money is doing. So how did it affect the economy? Well, those that are investors, they affected them very well. Those that are consumers, they just helped out the investors. I don't know. Right? I mean, so I don't really know how to answer that in the way in which you're asking it. How do my stocks do? How did my personal economy do? My personal economy did very well. Yep, my personal economy did very well. Okay. Good morning. That's right. Good morning, billionaire. Thanks so much, Corey. You got to keep reminding me, brother. Good morning, billionaires. All right. So the economy, I mean, they still, you know, because the economy is filled with not just money, that's the money flow, right? The money flow is the money. It's the markets, right? This is how presidents are rated based on how the economy does. But there's so much more to the economy, you know. You got job reports, you got unemployment, okay? You got policies. There's so many things tied to the economy if you want to talk about the economy. My personal economy, my investments, this is all I'm talking about, just the Wall Street, which is a big part of the economy, not the entire part, but a big part of it, did very well, okay? So Companies are still making money. Companies are still producing products. Companies are still providing services at large to the general public. The general public, right? So let's talk about the economy, right? So let's just talk about, we segment it off. Well, how do you think the Atlanta economy is going to do this weekend? See what I'm saying? So how do we think that Atlanta as an economy, where I live, right, is going to do this weekend? And while we're talking about that with the Super Bowl coming in town, we know the economy is going to get a big boom. But here's the deal. How's the black economy going to do in Atlanta? More often than not, the black economy isn't going to do well because they're going to be the ones spending all their money and putting all their money into the economy of others. So although the economy of Atlanta might do very well, more than likely the black economy is not going to do well because we still haven't learned how to get people to spend their money with us instead of us spending our money with other people. So I keep going if you like. I mean, I'm trying to be nice this morning. So that's going to be the market. Let's take a look at Diggin in the Dow. Right? So Diggin in the Dow, guys, we're going to be taking a look at Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola today. Coca-Cola today. All right, let's dig in the Dow. Billionaires. I like that, Corey. You got to keep reminding me, man. Keep reminding me, brother. I keep forgetting. I don't know why I don't be doing that. Good morning, Billionaires, by the way. All right, so Coca-Cola is a $47.86 stock. So you can't tell me you can't afford to buy stock. You're just probably looking at stuff that's too big. But this is a $50 stock. You can get it if you want it. I'm pretty sure you can afford $50 if you needed to. Okay? So it's a $50 stock of $47.86. That's how much it costs in order to own it right now. It changes all the time, but it's really roughly a $50 stock. Now, Coca-Cola is only up 1% for the year. So it hasn't really moved much. Right? Coca-Cola is one of those stable companies. I mean, I don't know how much growth Coca-Cola still has in them. I mean, they've kind of grown and grown and grown to a point where else can they go? I mean, they're going to have to start selling Coca-Cola on the moon. They got to go have to sell Coca-Cola on Mars in order for them to grow from a growth standpoint, I think. I mean, where is Coca-Cola not sold at this point? So their growth potential is limited. But Coca-Cola is one of those stocks where you don't get them for their growth. You get them for their what? Stability. Everybody putting down on stability. You get Coca-Cola to stabilize your portfolio. Coca-Cola is one of those companies that you can consider to be a rock. You say, man, I can stand on this rock. It's the Coca-Cola rock. It's the rock. It could be a pillar, but I consider it to be a pillar, right? A no-brainer, a pillar of your portfolio. So you might take some stuff that's a little bit risky, but you can always come back and say, I got a firm foundation, right, with Coca-Cola. You're not going to lose with Coca-Cola. It's not like you're going to win a whole lot, but you ain't going to lose. Okay, I think we can establish that. It doesn't take a brain. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to say that, right? No one needs to be having rocket science to say that you probably ain't going to lose with Coca-Cola. Okay, it ain't going to grow a whole lot, but you're going to get it for what? You're going to get it for the icing. You're going to get it for the stability, and you will get it what? For the dividend. That's why you will get Coca-Cola. All right. So Coca-Cola, about 13 million average trading on a day for Coca-Cola. It's a $207 billion company. Coca-Cola is a $207 billion company. Everybody putting down on 207. It's a $207 billion company. Last year, they didn't do very well. Earnings growth last year down 80%. Right? Earnings growth this year up 9%. Earnings growth for the next 5 years anticipated 7%. I don't like none of these numbers. Again, I don't see where and how Coca-Cola is going to grow. Revenue growth last year was down 15%. So not only was the earnings growth down, their revenue or their sales was down. Not good. No bueno. PE ratio 65.6. No good. Not bueno. No bueno. No bueno. Okay. So again, you're not getting Coca-Cola necessarily to grow because this is growth and valuation. Right? Price to books, no bueno. Price to sales, okay. All right. Here's their competitors. We know some of their competitors. Their next reporting day is going to be February 14th. On Valentine's Day, Coca-Cola is going to report their earnings. All right. Annual revenue last year, they made $35 billion. That was their annual. That's how much stuff they sold last year. $35 billion worth of stuff. Their annual profit last year, after they sold all their stuff and they paid all the stuff they need to pay out for the buildings and the employees and the benefits and all that stuff, they walked away with $1.2 billion. $1.2 billion for a $207 billion company. No bueno. Okay, not good. Net profit margin 3.37%. Now, you can say it's okay, right? That's cool because you probably, you might be small-minded. I'm saying no bueno because we're talking about a $207 billion company that only sold $35 billion worth of stuff last year. That's not good for the size of the company. It's good for us if we sold $35 billion worth of stuff because we might be we obviously we wouldn't sell $35 billion because we probably in the hundreds or the thousands now. But it's not good. The profit margin is not good. All right, it's okay. They're still in business, but it's not good. It's really not good when you start looking at these billion-dollar companies. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just give me the line. What's going on, Justin? What's going on? I know that's right. What's up, Justin? It's been sideways. It put more liquidity in the capital market. Yeah, that's how it affected. Okay, yeah, put more liquidity in the. Okay, good. Thanks so much, Justin. How you doing all the way, bro? Justin over at YouTube, over on YouTube, digging in the dial with us. Appreciate you, brother. I gotta make sure I catch your comments. I got like so many screens going on. I gotta help you give me. It's time for me to get another monitor, by the way. All right, where was I at? Anybody? Oh, profile. CEO is James Quincy. That's interesting. So that the old they don't either the old CEO left because the old CEO was like Khan or something like that. Who's the old CEO? Mark, I think you had Coca-Cola. Who's the old CEO? When did they switch CEOs? I used to work at Coca-Cola, by the way. Anyway, so they got a new CEO since I last looked at Coca-Cola. 47.86 the forecast as the current price. The forecast saying, hey, a low for Coca-Cola is 47 over the next 12 months. Again, Coca-Cola is not going to lose you money. I just don't know how much money they're going to make. So depending on what you're trying to accomplish, it depends on what stocks you go with, right? If you're trying to get you some stable money, you're getting towards retirement, you just want to have some stocks that pay you dividends every quarter. Okay. If you're looking for something that's going to appreciate, that's going to increase the value of your money, I don't see it with Coca-Cola. Anyway, median 51 from the analyst and 64 high from the analyst. Let's take a look at what Coca-Cola does. What Coca-Cola does, what they do. What they do. What do you do? What do you do, Coca-Cola? So many screens. Okay. Nope, that wasn't it. All right, there we go. Again, it's a $207 billion company. Coca-Cola engaged in the manufacture, marketing, and sale of non-alcoholic beverages, which includes sparkling beverages. Notice it said non-alcoholic. Imagine if Coca-Cola got into the alcohol game. That would be amazing. Okay? I know it doesn't go with their philosophy as a business and, and the brand and all that stuff. But if they got in the spirits, oh, Lord, Coca-Cola will blow the hell up. Now, Coca-Cola, if you go do that, you're going to have to pay me 10% for my idea, okay? Don't be trying to get over. Don't try to get these ideas from me and then not pay me, Coca-Cola. I'm putting you on notice. But if they got in the spirits, they will blow the hell up. It doesn't go with their philosophy of doing business. But if they did, if at one point in time the new CEO comes and say, you know what, we're going to get into alcohol, Coca-Cola would blow up. All right, so anyway, non-alcoholic beverages would include sparkling beverages and still beverages such as waters, enhanced waters, juices, and juice drinks, ready-to-drink teas and coffees, and energy and sports. The brands include Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Coca-Cola Zero, Fanta, Sprite, Minute Maid, Georgia, Powerade, Duval, Schweppes, Aquarius, Minute Maid, Pulpy, Dasani, Simply, Glacio, Vitamin Water, Bonaqua, Gold Peak, Fuse Tea, Glacio Smart Water, and Ice Dew. So all of those things that you drink, you might not have known it was Coca-Cola. All that stuff is Coca-Cola. It operates through the following segments: Euro, Asia, Africa, Europe, Latin America, North America, Asia Pacific, Bottling Investments Incorporated. The company was founded by Asia Giggs Candler in 1886. And they are headquartered right here in good old Atlanta, Georgia. Okay? All right, so that's what Coca-Cola does. We're going to be taking a look here at the Coca-Cola. I'm going to open that up, a new tab. Coca-Cola, their investor relations, that's where we go. Now look at this. Coca-Cola over the past, look at this. They don't went from, in 2016, they had 100,000 employees. They done went down to 61.8, right? Right, what does that tell you? That tell you that Coca-Cola has fired a whole bunch of full-time employees. But here's what Coca-Cola does. They hire contracted employees to do their work. Yep, they bring on a whole bunch of contracted employees, not full-time employees. In other words, they say, hey, you can do work, you can come work for us on a temporary basis, come through a temp agency or something like that. They hire a whole bunch of contracted workers to do their work. Strategy. Everybody put down on strategy. Strategy. How do I know? Because I used to work there. When did they? Okay, James Quincy is that CEO. I did not know that. What happened to Khan or whatever his name was? I like that guy. Anyway, let's keep going. News and charts I'm not going to tackle because, of course, y'all would have to pay me for that. Forecast. Take a look at the forecast here for Coca-Cola. All right, 23 analysts, they offered a forecast, a price forecast for the next 12 months. Offered a price forecast for the next 12 months. And then we already talked about that. The 25, they got 25 investment analysts. These are considered to be the professionals. They recommend to buy Coca-Cola now. Their last recommendation, they had 12 buys, 2 outperforms, 11 holds. So really, it's really right between hold and buy. Okay. And of course, for me, you know, I can't give you a recommendation. Y'all already can tell what my recommendation is. Hopefully you can already tell what my recommendation is. All right. Earnings per share. This is going to be the last 4 quarters versus the next projected next 2 quarters. So the last 4 quarters is reality, what happened. Next 2 quarters, what they expect to happen. For earnings for the year, last 4 years, what actually happened versus what they expect to happen in the next 2 years. Sales, what happened in the last 4 quarters versus what they expect to happen or project to happen or forecast to happen in the next 2 quarters. Sales for annual sales, what happened in the last 4 years actually, and then what they project to happen. Now, this ain't good. This quarter, 4th quarter, they expect the Coca-Cola to over the next 2 quarters, they expect Coca-Cola to drop 26%. Projections for the annual over the next 2 years, they expect them to grow 9%. For sales, over the next 2 quarters, they expect Coca-Cola to drop 14%. And then growth over the next 2 years, they expect to reduce, or their projections are that they'll grow a negative 10%. They will decline 10% over the next 2 years. Uh-oh. Now think about this. If these projections are all in the red, right, other than annual growth for earnings per share, why would there be a buy on Coca-Cola? Why would they have a buy on a company that they're projecting to decline? Think about that for a second. This is why you got to read it all, right? Some people just come and say, oh, this is what the analysts say. Okay, well, man, oh, okay, man, maybe I'm going to buy. Then they see this, oh, 12 and 11. Oh, wait a second, they only buy about 1 or 2. I mean, so, you know, it ain't like it's like overwhelmingly like all the analysts are saying buy Coca-Cola. And you come down and you look, well, shoot, these same analysts project them to decline over the next 2 quarters and 2 years. Well, made a sense. Well, why the hell, right? Are they recommending as a recommendation to buy? That's why you got to read everything. Huh? Is that making sense to anybody? Is that making sense to anybody? Yeah, that's why I get paid the big bucks. All right, let's keep going. Keep it coming. Financials. Coca-Cola. Financials, look at this. Total revenue decline. Cash from operations decline. Short cash and short-term investment steady. Income statement. They made they sold $35 billion worth of stuff last year in 2017. We're still waiting on the report in February, which we'll get the 2018 stats. So maybe we need to look at that quarterly information. Let's do that. Give you a little. So quarter 3, this is quarterly instead of annual. They sold $8.2 billion worth of stuff, which is really pretty much steady. So every quarter, they pretty much sold about $8 billion worth of stuff. The gross income every quarter was about $5 billion, right? Right, $5 billion. Then they had to pay their non-operating expenses. They had to pay out their expenses. Then they had to pay taxes. So their net income ended up being about $1.9 billion or about $2 billion every quarter, right? Right, which is earnings per share of 44 cents. No bueno. Okay, let's keep going. Balance sheet. So that's their income. That's like you and I's paycheck, okay? That's what we just looked at. A company has an income statement. You and I, we actually have an income statement too. We look at our paycheck. That's our income statement, right? That's what that is. So when you begin to learn to read that, you start seeing, okay, where the hell is all my money going? Because you, of course, you don't get to spend the gross. You get to spend the net. Okay, you get to spend the net. Thanks, Corey. I know. Thank you, brother. I know a lot of people talk about money and talk about what they can do for you, but how many people are teaching you? That's the difference. So, yeah, I put my knowledge up against about anybody's. As far as teaching is concerned, I'm an educator. All right. I only know a few other people that will actually teach you about money. They'll talk to you about money. They'll take your money. They'll tell you what they can do for you with your money. I don't know too many people that are going to teach you about money. So assets, what is assets? This is what the company owns. This is how much stuff they own. You also have some assets too, stuff that you own. So the same way this company does a balance sheet, you should do a balance sheet. What's that balance sheet called? Net worth. Net worth calculation. Know how much you're worth in the marketplace. Black folks simply don't do this, right? So their assets would be their total assets, $86.9 billion at the end of third quarter. So they own $86.9 billion worth of stuff, from buildings to whatever, right? Cars, buildings, all that stuff. Liabilities, what they owe, right? Their debts, $66.7 billion, right? Which gives them $18.3 billion in shareholder equity. So remember I said Coca-Cola is one of those companies that you probably get for its dividend. Well, that's why. So because what happens is, if Coca-Cola was to go out of business, they would still pay their shareholders out at least $18.3 billion. Right? Why? Because they can sell everything today and walk away with $18.3 billion. That's what that means. So they won't go out of business. They won't go bankrupt because they have equity. They could go out of business, though, if they wanted to close everything down, and they will walk away with $18.3 billion once they sold everything. Does that make sense? Right? Of course, nobody wants that to happen, by the way, because then that'll be the bank owning stuff, and then they have to sell that stuff for cheap because the bank don't want to own nothing. Bank just want to have your money so they can go and continue to finance finance what the bank does. Cash flow statement. We're starting to fly through this stuff now. Y'all starting to get this stuff, by the way. I know for many it's new. Nobody looked at money like, oh my goodness, you mean we can go look at money? Yeah, we can. It's right here. We just have to understand it. Cash flow statement. All right, cash flow. Everybody bring out. So cash flow is king. Cash isn't king. Credit isn't king. Cash flow is king. We got to understand this. The reason why you get credit so you can actually increase your cash flow. You don't really need credit if you got cash, or you could use credit. It's strategy, but cash flow is king. The reason why many businesses or many of these small businesses go out of business because they don't have enough cash flow. It's not that they don't have enough credit. It's not that they don't have enough cash. They don't have enough cash flow. Big difference. You must begin to understand this. So the net income after they did all that, $2.3 billion, right? They had some investing that they did. They did okay. They walked away and said, invested our money out. We got $1.9 billion back from our investing. Financing that they paid out. Oh, well, we had to pay out $3.5 billion for what we had financed, and then that means that they had a negative 140 million. Okay, but they got $1.3 billion in the bank somewhere, offshore somewhere. All right, now let's take a look here. So that's our digging in it out for Coca-Cola. Let's go take a look at Coca-Cola. So this is their website. Of course, we always like to go and come to the horse's mouth, and we're gonna keep on coming down here till we find. Oh, he was elected. Okay, here we go. Muhtar Kent retired after 41 years, and then James Quincy was elected chairman. Okay. All right. So let's come down here. We're gonna come to Coca-Cola, and we're gonna find something that says investors. Here we go. Boom. Investors. All right. So they give you, they tell you to start. They give you what they got going on in review. Only thing I'm looking for now is going to be, got some financial information, earnings release. You can take a look at the year review. They break it down for you, how they did, the annual review. It's pretty cool. Look at this, where total bear. You can look at this, all the stuff that you can do. That's Muhtar Kent, by the way. That's my boy right there. Muhtar Kent. Hold on a second. I don't want to do that. Let me go back. He done retired. I didn't know that. Of course, I obviously ain't been in the loop a long time. Financial reports. What am I looking for? I don't want the reports. Stock information. I'm looking for the dividend, guys. I don't know where to find it at here. Let's keep going. Dividends. Here we go. So Coca-Cola, 2018, they paid 39 cents out per quarter. So 39 cents, you have to multiply that times 4, so you can see the annual. That's $1.56 per share of Coca-Cola. So if you think about this, it's a $50 stock. So if you take $1.56 divided by 50, multiply it times 100, you get a 3.12% dividend yield back from Coca-Cola just from simply being a stockholder, which means that Coca-Cola, just in paying you dividends, is going to help you to match inflation. I know some of y'all are like, well, inflation, what the hell am I talking about? That just means that the cost of goods, the cost of living increases about 3 to 4% every year. So Coca-Cola is saying, hey, just for investing in us, we may not appreciate, but just from simply investing in us, we're going to pay you back 3% of every dollar per share of every share that you invest. Can you imagine getting 3% back on a $50 investment? A $47.86 investment? Do you hear what I'm saying? And that keeps happening year after year after year after year after year. You get 3%, 3%, 3% compounded. Now we got to start talking about compound interest. 3% compounded. Anybody know what I'm talking about here? 37 cents in 2017, 35 cents in 2016, 33 cents. Every year they jump up, say, okay, we're going to give you 2 cents more per quarter, right? 28 cents. 25 cents, they had a stock split in 2012, right? 47 cents to, let me go back, 47 cents to 51 cents stock split. That's why you got 25.5. That's a split, the 2-on-1 split. That's what happened. I can teach y'all what that means later. 28 cents in 2013, right? 30 cents, 2014, 33 cents, 2015, 35 cents per quarter, right? 2016, 37 cents, 38 cents. Now, what do you think is going to happen this year with their dividend? What do you think is going to happen this year? They have a track record of increasing their dividend every year. What do you think is going to happen this year? You think they're going to decrease it or increase it? They have a history, right, of helping you to at least match inflation. For a $47 investment, come on, man, 3%, right? So 3%, right? That means that rule of 72, right, divided by 3, means that in 24 years, your investment, right, 24 years, this dividend that you have would double. Roughly. 3%. Right? Rule of 72 means to take the interest rate, divide it into 72, lets you know a good idea how long it take your money to double. Everybody put comments, oh, wow. Who teaching you this stuff? Huh? For free? And you still ain't joined the Black Billionaires Club yet? You still haven't made a $10 per month investment to learn what you don't know about money? You still haven't done it yet? Come on, man. That's all right. We're going to keep talking. Join the Black Billionaires Club today. Learn what you don't know about money. You learn what you don't know about money. This is Coca-Cola looking at. Okay, y'all getting quiet over there. I'm going to need somebody to talk to me, or I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to shut this down. All right, so that's Coca-Cola, guys. I just want to show y'all that. Again, we're talking about a pillar, right? We're talking about something that you can, this is what we call a rock stock, right? It ain't gonna be as flashy as a Facebook or an Amazon. They're just gonna be, you know, this is the turtle stock. You know, you got the hare, but then you got the turtle. And the tortoise always wins. This is why Coca-Cola's been around since 1888. Okay? And we talking about a company that's been around for more than 100 years. Still paying out their shareholders. All right. Let's take a look at our billionaire of the day, our billionaire breakdown of the day. Of course, we study billionaires, by the way. Good morning, billionaires. We study billionaires, right? Our billionaire today is Hui Ka Yan. He's the chairman of China Evergrande Group. He's the 24th richest man in the world. I don't know about you, but I've learned to study rich people because I want to be rich. I don't listen to poor people. I don't care what y'all got to say to me about money. I'm studying rich folk. His net worth is $36.1 billion. He's the $36 billion man. The $36 billion man. And you still haven't joined the Black Billionaires Club. Okay, let's keep going. Hui Ka Yan is chairman of Hong Kong-listed Evergrande Group, one of China's biggest real estate developers. So if you're in real estate or you're a real estate developer, wouldn't it be good to study a man like this who happens to be the $36 billion man, and you learn what he did and you do what he did? That would make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm foolish. Maybe I'm silly. Maybe I need to keep following all these people who say they can help me make money versus following people who have actually made money. I don't know. Novel idea. Somebody debate me on this, please. I really want somebody to debate me on this. I've been looking for somebody to please debate me on this. Evergrande, which Hui took public in 2009, has over 800 projects in more than 280 cities. Hui worked as a technician in a steel factory for 10 years after graduating college in 1982. So he graduated college. He went to work in a steel factory for 10 years. And he said, oh, it's time for me to go into business for myself. Okay, so he's got some steel background. He understands developing, right? He learned the skill as a technician. Hui started Evergrande in this China city in 1996. He began picking up low-priced properties. Buy low, everybody put down, so buy low. Low-priced properties in small markets. You know where there's some low-priced properties in small markets today? I'll give you one great example. Detroit, St. Louis. I'm not even in real estate and I know where to go to get some low-priced properties in small markets. Don't shout me down because I'm preaching good. Lord Jesus. Okay. His son, okay, stop playing with me. His son, who owns an MBA from prestigious that university, he's the vice president. Look at that. It's to keep everybody putting on, we'll keep it in the family. Keep it in the family. His son is he's the CEO and maybe the president or something like that, and his son is the vice president. Keep it in the family. Now, his source of wealth, real estate, self-made. Billionaire, $36 billion man. How did he get it? Real estate. So, I'm not a real estate person. I'm going to get into real estate. I think you should have a diversified portfolio. We got somebody that's we're going to have a real estate investing arm of our investment club, which you can be a part of if you decide to join the club. But see, let me keep going. I'm not going to talk about y'all today because, we all know how we are. Procrastinate until we're broke. Evergrande owns the majority of, did you know Evergrande owns the majority of one of China's most winning soccer teams? So not only does the company do real estate, but they own shares in other businesses. The company, right? He putting stuff in the company. The company is an owner of stuff, not just the individual. All right. And he did graduate as a Bachelor of Art and Science and all that stuff. Was there anything else? That's it. Did you know? Look at his net worth. Look at this. He went from 10.2 billion in 2017, and he tripled that in a year. Why? Because the value of real estate obviously went skyrocketed in 2018 or whatever he invested in. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Can you imagine your net? Well, hold on a second. But yeah, if your net worth was in the positive and it tripled in a year, here's the problem with us. We triple, but it go on the negative side. we triple decrease. He tripled increased in 1 year. We triple decrease because we believe so much in debt. Huh? Oh man, we believe so much in debt that we go further into debt, further into owning liabilities, further into owing instead of further into owning. Everybody put in the console, own or be owned. Own or be owned. Who else is teaching you this stuff for free? All right. Now it's time for us. It's time for us to look at our Black-owned business spotlight. Yes, it's the third largest Black-owned business in America. So Black Enterprise, they come out with a list every year of the top Black-owned companies. So now we looked at number one, looked at number two. Now we're going to look at number three. It's called Bridgewater Interiors, LLC. They are located in where? Detroit, Michigan. It's run by the CEO, Mr. Ronald E. Hall Jr. And what do? They're an automotive parts business. So although the big companies that sold cars left Detroit, they still have parts, automotive parts, which is smart, in Detroit. They employ 2,000 employees, and their average revenue is $2 billion a year. Now notice this: the company makes $2 billion. We just saw a man that's worth $36 billion. Can you imagine how much this company bring in? We at $2 billion. Him by himself is at $36 billion. Whoo, Lord, we got, we still catching up, but at least we making some progress. Everybody putting out some progress. We making some. At least we making some progress. All right. So let's take a look here at Bridgewater Interiors. All right. So Bridgewater Interiors, right? The leading automotive industry minority business enterprise. Look at that. They let you know we're a minority company, and we bringing it in. We're bringing in the dough. Got some about us, some recognitions, what they do, and all that stuff. We focus on. Okay, so let's go to about us. That's all I want to read right now. All right, so Bridgewater Interiors is an automotive seating manufacturer company specializing in just-in-time JIT, manufacturing, sequencing, and delivering of seating, overhead, and center console systems. Okay, manufacturing, sequencing, I guess that's some type of stitching, and delivery of seating. So they deliver so they're the ones that make the car seats, I guess. Overhead and center console. So all that carpet stuff that's inside your car, leather or fabric, it looks like Bridgewater does that. They take care of the interior. They stitch everything up, make sure that as all the metal is put together, they come in and make sure that you are comfortable inside of the car. That's what it sounds like. Since 1998, our highly skilled workforce has supplemented automotive manufacturers with some of the highest quality products in the industry. We currently assemble systems across 15 distinct car models for 4 automotive manufacturers that are 3 facilities in Michigan and 1 in Alabama. Bridgewater Interiors takes seriously our role as a leading minority business enterprise. They are unapologetically black. Not playing around. We are the leading minority business enterprise. We letting you know that we are unapologetically black, and we're doing it in a politically correct way. Look at that. No, they didn't say we the leading niggas. No, they didn't say that. We are leading minority business enterprise. We letting you know that we're black in a way that you can taste it. And we use this platform to help advance the conversation surrounding the importance and necessity of a diverse. Being said, you need to hire more black people. That's basically what they just said. We want to make sure that we are leading the conversation on hiring more black people. Well, I like them already. All right. That's the headquarters. They support Buick, Chevy, and Chevy Impalas. So y'all riding around in Impalas, y'all can thank Bridgewater, Interiors for giving y'all that dope seating on the inside of your car. And here are some, so that's just for this plant. In Warren, Michigan, they support the Ford F-150, the Ford Expedition, the Launch, Lincoln Navigator, the Dodge Ram. In East Tobago, Alabama, they support Honda Pilot and Acura MDX. And in Lansing, Michigan, they support the Buick Enclave, the Acadia, the Traverse, the Cadillac ATS, the Cadillac CTS, and the Camaro. Did y'all know that some of the stuff that y'all sit on when y'all getting some of these cars was produced by a black-owned company? Ooh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. The 3rd largest black-owned business in America, Bridgewater Interiors. Now, the CEO, Mr. Ronald E. Hall Jr. Ronald Hall Jr. is the president and CEO of Bridgewater Interiors. Before his role, he served as vice president and general counsel. Keep it in the family. When he joined the company in 2007, he was charged with the responsibility of advising the company's leadership across a number of areas critical to the business, including the provision of legal services, commercial management, operations launch management, and community relations. Hall earned a Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Michigan Law School and a bachelor's in international political economy from West Point. So he must be he must went to the Air Force or something like that, or the Army or something like that. Let's see who else they got here. Cassandra Austin. Oh, a black woman is a COO. Okay. Let's see what else you got. Who is Carrie? Carrie Tingle. Let's see who this is. A black woman. Okay, they got black management. Okay, come on. Listen. Now, can we go 4 for 4? Can we go for John Cloud? Come on. I don't know. I'm scared. Come on, John. John, who are you? Oh, okay. Gotta have somebody. You gotta have, you know, you talk about that money. You might have to hire somebody else. Okay. 3 for 4. We 3 for 4 running the company. Okay. Let me keep going. Oh, Lord, this is getting good. This is good stuff. Y'all enjoying this? Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, Ronald. And what I wanted to do was here, his father. Okay. Ronald Hall, he died at 72. This is his father. Lock that, whatever that is. Come on, I don't need. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. So Ronald Hall, he was 72 when he died. I guess he died in 2016. So longtime automotive supplier Ron Hall, this is his pops, right? We salute you today. We pour out libations for Mr. Ronald Hall, a fixture among minority-owned businesses in Detroit and a force behind promoting positive change and inclusion of minorities in the industry, died after an extended illness, according to a statement on the website. The company did not disclose the cause. Hall was president and CEO of his company since 1998. Bridgewater Interiors is a joint venture with automotive supplier Johnson Controls, among the world's largest automotive suppliers. So he started a business and then he connected with a bigger business so that he can continue to get business. Ronald Hall Sr. was a great partner to Johnson Controls in the automotive industry. So Johnson Controls must be a multi-billion-dollar company. Bruce McDonald, vice chairman of Johnson Controls, said in the news release. In October, Hall became chairman and his son Ronald Hall Jr. became the company's president and CEO. This is the day of the great loss of the family host and loss. Bridgewater Interiors makes seat assemblies, console assemblies, and other interior components across the truck. Hall was at the forefront of a movement in the 1990s and 2000s of automakers and large multi-billion-dollar suppliers to do more business with minority-owned companies and to cultivate entrepreneurs in the communities that they depend on for a large percentage of their sales. Look at that. From 1992 to October 1998, Hall served as president of the Michigan Minority Supplier Business Development Council. Do you see why I study wealthy people? Everybody putting guys on study. You see why I study these people? Because we have a misconception and we might have assumptions about stuff that they have done. But because we don't study, we don't get the facts. We don't really know. I'm pretty sure not many of us have ever heard of Ron Hall, who happens to have been the CEO of the 3rd largest Black-owned business in America. Matter of fact, Ron Hall will never come up in Black History Month. That's why we got to capture our own history and share our history with the next generation. Study. Former Detroit Mayor Dave Bing said he knew Hall for more than 40 years, dating back to their involvement in the amateur athletic union boys basketball team in Detroit and later through the MMBDC. He was a director of the MMBDC. He was important in influencing the Big Three to include minority suppliers, said Bing. He was a majority owner of Bing Steel for many years in a joint venture with Lear. Ron was a leader in the business community, a good guy. He definitely going to be missed. In 2004, Bridgewater won a groundbreaking $500 million contract with Ford to supply seats for the new F-150 pickup, the Ford Expedition, the Lincoln Navigator SUVs. At the time, it was believed to be the largest minority supplier contract in the automotive industry. He was a strong champion of equal economic opportunity, EEO, and his company employs 2,000 hardworking people today, many right here in Michigan, said the Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan, said in a statement. Mr. Hall leaves behind an incredible legacy in our city. Hall was the president and CEO of Renaissance Capital Alliance, an equipment leasing company, and former chairman and CEO of New Center Stamping, an automotive service parts stamping facility. Mr. Hall also owns Departure Travel Management. Ownership. Wow. I salute you today, Mr. Ron Hall. And I hope that your son continues on in your legacy, building the family empire. This is New Black Wall Street and the Money and Power Show. My hope is that you learned something today. We do this every day, by the way, Monday through Friday, by the way, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Black folk talking about money and the markets in the morning. We've done a stock market recap. We found out that the stock market did pretty good yesterday. We took a look at Coca-Cola, one of the stocks that's inside the Dow, what I consider to be a rock, a pretty stable company. Everybody knows, have heard about Coca-Cola before in their life. We did a billionaire breakdown for the 24th richest person in the world, according to Forbes. We just went through a black-owned business spotlight. Bridgewater Interiors, the third largest black-owned business in America. And their CEO, Mr. Ronald E. Hall Jr., who took over that position after his dad, Mr. Ron Hall. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share with us one thing that you learned today. We don't just do this just to do this. We do this to make a difference. Hopefully, you've hit that like button. Hopefully, you've hit the share button. Hopefully, you hit the watch party button. Hopefully, you hit the follow button. Hopefully, you hit the invite button. Hopefully, you hit all the buttons. Was this worth your time? And why? Did you learn something today about money that you didn't know before? Do you want to learn more? I recommend it. I've been studying money for a long time. I want to impart some knowledge and some wisdom unto you. But I can only help those who want to be helped. I can only help those I can only help people get out of debt who want to get out of debt. I can only help people build wealth who actually want to build wealth, not just talk about it. I invite you to the Black Billionaires Club to join us on our journey, the Underground Railroad headed to financial freedom and building empires and legacies and leaving inheritances to our children's children. You don't have to do it alone. I recommend you do it with a group, or you can stay where you are. Here's the question. If you keep doing what you've been doing for the next 5 years, where will you be financially? Maybe it's time to make a choice to change. Go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Join the club today. We'll invite you to our private group where we have personal development, business development, financial literacy classes. We teach you about money. We give you opportunity to make more money. And then we also teach you how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. See, I have a full-time business and a part-time business. Bringing in profits. Why? Because profits are better than wages. All right, my beautiful people, I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Not only is it a book, it's actually a club. We study Black wealth. 12 of the richest Black people in the world today, how they did it. And I just believe if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. You can come to this website right now. You can join the club for $10 a month. No excuse. No excuses. I will tell you this, the longer you wait, the more expensive it will be. We have mastermind groups, financial literacy classes, investment education, a book club, personal development, business development, mastermind group, and profit opportunities through our distribution network. You can make your money back. But at first, you know what it takes? It takes you having the courage to make a decision. Here's what I know. It's easy to do, but what's easy to do is also easy not to do. I want you to remember this, guys, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build Black wealth. Let's build Black businesses. But most importantly, let's build each other. But let's do it together. We all we got, people. But guess what? That's enough. Now, I pray to God preserve each and every one of you that we'll have an opportunity to meet again tomorrow right here on the Money and Power Show. Until then, Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of the new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall